Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to FACEIT TV. We're finally back here, and we're getting live. It is KALLE and Pavel of 102 versus KALLE, which comprises of Zenith and Hurry. Here we go. We're right into the game, and sorry for the delays there. KALLE needed a lot of time, and,
wow.
and we're met with instant timeout.
What I can say is that Puri had an excellent start. He took Mega, Yellow, some Shards, and G. So he's looking super good.
Yeah.
but now... I mean, did we lose somebody or what?
KALLE just timed out and... Oh no, Cook timed out and...
3, 2,
Oh.
Right, they're going back. They aborted the match, they're going back.
Let's start again.
Okay.
Alright. I'd be annoyed if I were Puri.
Okay. Yeah.
2 hits.
Although Puri is super awesome, he can never be in the state of being annoyed. He's super cool. And I actually wonder what they can do here. I mean, like I said, I felt like it was very map dependent for these guys to win. And I really think that this is a map that Team KALLE can have a good chance on. And we're getting live. And here we go. Let's let it be for real. Zenith off the beginning will get himself a rail gun. And this is the FACEIT Christmas 2 versus 2 special. Zenith gun down there. What are the problems going into that red armor room? And Pavel has maintained quite a sturdy stack. It feels like I haven't commentated for an hour. But here we are, back in the game, as Pavel tries to protect this red armor. Look at this attack from KALLE. They're going to get it. Beautiful play there from Puri to steal that one away. And this is, of course, if you just joined us, the second semi-final. The winner of this best of 3 will go up against Unknown, which is Wins and Lincoln in the finals. The quad going to go down straight away.
That was a lucky thing for Puri, I guess.
And Kuda's going to find another kill there, evading all the grenades artfully. 5-1 the score now in favor of the Russians for 102. And so far, ooh, very nice. Things are going pretty well. KALLE getting a bit too much out of the grenades. That should not happen. And KALLE now straight in onto the red armor and finds himself a great approach there. Look at the sandwich there. Great team play coming in from 102. They are just making this even more powerful, this beginning, this start to their game. If they can build this into the quad, then they'll be fine. They have the yellow armor there on KALLE. He's still alive, healthy. He's got every weapon now after that railgun pickup. So things are looking very, very sturdy, very good, solid for 102 as they go back into this red armor. Gorgeous shots there hit by KALLE. There is the support from Pavel as well to get the next red. So look at this. This is a thing of beauty.
2 hits. Impressive.
Yeah, they seem not affected by the ping. If you look at that, it's like they're both pinging 70, 80 versus Puri and Zenith, who have like 50 and 5.
Yeah, and this is often the case with KALLE. He's very good at adapting to the situations and not really complaining too much. And here we have him taking over. Like, look at the stack, he's just dueling right now. I mean, that's what it is. He's going to make his way around the corner to see what he can find. Makes his way back into the red armor room. Spots one player, comes in the back there, is then sandwiching KALLE once more. And here is the quad damage. KALLE ready to scoop this one up. A few seconds left. And there it is. Spawned on KALLE, and he's going to take this and deal ridiculous damage. Looks for the shots. Not going to find it just yet. Hits one. Puri goes down. And he's going to make his way back to the red armor. And there is not more than a single frag for the Swedes.
Yeah, KALLE never died, yes.
This is dangerous. Very dangerous to start like this. And here they go, just perpetuating the cycle. And KALLE is connecting 83% rail despite his enormous ping. KALLE now makes his way back into the red armor room, where he spots One off the spawn, but it's going to be Pavel that does the job. KALLE just leaves up another red for Pavel, who just runs away. Surely he should be coming back there. KALLE lending a hand, or trying to do so. Still leaving the red up. Got to be careful it doesn't get taken behind him though. And there it is. It's going to be Puri. Did take it from behind, and that's the danger. You can't leave things up for that long, and that is a little bit of inexperience there from KALLE's perspective on the whole principle of TDM. That often happens, that situation in TDM. Usually the wisest thing is just to take it and be safe. And KALLE had a lot of stack as well, a lot of weapons. You know, it's very, very important for him to keep himself alive there. I never know when someone can spawn behind you. And another pause here, of course. Seems like we're experiencing some issues on the warping. And KALLE's, you know, putting in concerns that he may be warping. And I think we've seen a little bit of stuttering from him.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. The lagometer has this little spikes every now and then.
But I imagine there's not a lot they can do about it mid-game, or perhaps at all. So I
switch server.
I expect. Don't you dare! Don't you dare say that! I expect them to go live very shortly again. This is always an issue with the Russians against other people. There's always like these lag issues. Unless it's players from Moscow, it's usually quite problematic. And it seems like this is happening once again. And at the moment, only 3 frags for KALLE. And I don't know if they really were experiencing much issues. As Zenith said, he couldn't tell that there was even any lag on KALLE. And sometimes it can be like that. It doesn't. You can feel it a lot, but it's not that visible to your opponents. I'm not sure what it is. So I don't know, Memento. I just don't know. Lots of delays here.
Yeah, but I don't know. So when you before said like these two teams are like evenly matched, I was afraid of seeing what we are seeing here. Like, you know, just KALLE and Pavel just being too strong, and once again having like, you know, mercy limit. I really hope somehow that Puri and his teammate can find the solution.
Let's see if they can do just that. We're back in the game. We're live here on FACEIT TV. Semi-final, the second one. 102 versus KALLE. Puri going to grab that red armor. So unless he gets stacked, I'm going to steal that from Fraze because I like that. He is definitely going to be looking in good shape to try to return at least 10 frags or so. If he can just connect the shots we know he's good for. Going to go back up high. Finds himself under assault there. Pavel from behind. But Pavel escapes. And Puri's left on the upper areas of the map with everything at his hands here. He can go anywhere he wants, do anything he wants, more or less. It's not incredibly stacked, but he's going to stay and rail. That's a great option as well. KALLE does pick up the core damage though, and Puri is KALLE's still looking for the shot. I don't know why KALLE didn't just get out of there. Quite a crazy move from him. And Zenith now going to make his way back over to this LG. He's going to stop KALLE from getting it. He's going to do that. KALLE going to fall away, try to get himself out of the spot. Can't quite do it though. And Pavel comes in. Zenith should surely go down. There it is. Drops to the floor. To the lightning gun of Kook as he finds Puri as well. Doesn't connect the rail though, but he should have a good chance on this next red armor. There's not much in the way of weapons for KALLE. They don't have any weapons. KALLE needs to get hit super fast. He does do that. Trying to save this red armor. He does take down one player, but no, not soon enough. He does take himself out. And that's going to be the red armor going towards Team KALLE. And Kook still in decent shape despite his health. I mean, this is TDM. I mean, your shape can be pretty good because you can stay in the situations where you're not going to get hit very much, but you can deal the damage. Situations like this, Pavel's able to connect a rail, pick up a 50, get one more rail off the spawn, and red is spawning now as well. Pavel's going to look for the frag instead though, and misses the shot. But good overall, very very strong, considered play from Pavel. Positionally connects again. Mega's going to come up soon for him. Quad is really a big, important factor right now, and Pavel's unable to really keep his stack alive. He's got another yellow now, but this red armor is so important, and the next one is basically just removed now. So Pavel did a great job there, and it should give favor to 102 to get this quad. They shouldn't have the ability to take this. They have the weapon advantage and stack advantage. Let's see what happens here.
I really like how well coordinated Pavel and KALLE are. You clearly can see that they're really discussing. Just a little nice trap there from Puri, but eventually didn't work out.
Certainly, so there goes Pavel, right up the jump pad, straight into the fire of Zenith. And now 20 frags separate the two teams. And oh no, that rail, very nasty there. And KALLE's going to make quick work of Puri, or will he? Puri turning around with the rockets. Back and forth action here. I'm almost lost. He's going to make his way back over to the lightning gun position. Can't quite get behind cover in time. If he had made the position behind the cover, it would have been very, very strong, but Puri gunned him down before then. But Cook will nevertheless make his way back to the red armor. Here's KALLE as well, and we saw them make the most frags when they were cycling this flawlessly together. And there is the first clean pickup for Cook in quite some time of that red armor. So this could be a very bad point now for KALLE moving forward into this game. And we can see the frags are starting to mount once more for 102.
Well, the thing is that nobody really has too many weapons. I mean, KALLE has LG Plasma, but it's like never reached that point where one guy has all the major weapons and can really just be everywhere and do damage everywhere. So I think as long as KALLE is still maintaining their opponent sort of low or killing them every now and then, it shouldn't like snowball too much. In fact, I think they're doing much better now than they were right at the beginning of this map.
There we go, 102 making their way back onto the next red. Great rail connector from Pavel, allowing KALLE to easily finish off the opposition at red and pick it up subsequently. So Cook now going to make his move back into center map. Another huge load of damage connected. And KALLE looking to make the finishes, exactly what he does. Picks up that quad damage. It's hard times now for KALLE as they try to defend this. Great rail there onto KALLE, that's going to hurt. But there is Pavel once again providing the correct support. Oh, and he misses the pickup of the red, which would have kept him alive just long enough to get to the health. And that's going to slow him down a bit. But look at how quickly the frags are racked up here for our Russian team. It is, if you just turn a virtual gaze for 1 minute, look back at the scoreline, and it's just ridiculously different as Cook makes his way up the stairs.
Yeah, just when I believed that they were doing fine, it's like they get destroyed so badly.
Oh, Cook! Great work there with the pummel to rail to take down two players. Not picking up the 50 there for some reason. Oh, what a rail again. Already on 8 impressives. 57% there for Pavel. And red is coming soon. Pavel's still suffering on the health department though. And there he's just going to go for it as KALLE picks up the red. These rails from Pavel are devastating. And they're 9 frags away from a mercy limit, so things are getting very gruesome indeed for KALLE. And he's going to make his way back up to the red armor. Not much for KALLE to do at this point. It seems like Cook is unkillable despite the fact that they keep getting him low. He just doesn't seem to die. There he's going to make his move around now. Back to the yellow, trying to find some health. Nothing anywhere. 20 seconds to the quad. There's the mega, that helps dramatically. Puri's being very annoying there, but does finally get out. So we've got quad spawning very soon. Pavel looking good for it now. 7 seconds. And they know it. Here we go, let's see how this goes.
They seem to really have a very good awareness of all the items. Like all the armors and everything, they seem to be on top of everything.
They're surprisingly strong actually. I would expect them to be very good, but not to be quite as standout as they are. Pavel right now is looking very strong in the red position. The red is coming up, he's kind of ignoring it for the sake of looking for some angles there, and does finally go for it. And there he does catch Puri. Switching away from the LG, I don't know why, but he does. Regardless, Puri will fall. Perhaps coveting the LG ammo more than the rails. assuming he was just hit regardless of what he used. Back into the red armor room. Here is a defensive setup from KALLE. Can it last the 2 seconds until the red spawns? It is close, but they will get it. Small victory, but it is a victory nonetheless. But 4 frags until Mercy Limit hit, and I imagine they probably didn't set it on the server. I don't know, we'll see. But here we are. 5 more frags still for the Mercy Limit, and KALLE are just desperately trying to hold on here, trying to do anything to keep themselves alive. But Puri, you can always rely on him with the railgun. Just put that weapon in his hands and watch the magic as he wins the next red armor with wonderful play against KALLE. There he goes back in onto the center map there. Puri trying to be the all-star that's required in this moment of desperation. But there it is, Pavel puts a gruesome end to his life, and that's going to be really, really painful now because that was their strongest chance into the next quad. He needed to survive into the next quad. And now Pavel's kept alive with this LG. He's going to get gunned down though from behind. Good work from Zenith there with the machine gun. And there's the quad. No one's really super strong for it, I think. And you can see Puri's going to steal that one. And there it is. So 7 frags now from the Mercy Limit. It seems like they kind of stopped on the whole momentum thing here. And looks like KALLE are doing a really good job at bringing things back under control.
I mean, you can see now the effect of that battle that they won at the red armor. Sort of gave them enough breathe to come and get the quad, and even if it was sort of low fragging, it still gave them the breathe to go around the map, pick up some more items, so it's definitely a good advantage.
And here we go, we got Puri making his way back into red, killing one player, KALLE taking him down though. The Russian superstar. The rockets are all over the place for KALLE. And Pavel going to come in and lend some consistency to the whole situation. Some reliability as he awaits the next red. There it is. A minute away to the next quad, and this next quad is going to be potentially the end of the game for KALLE. They've got to be so careful on this. Here we go. Oh, pummel battle here. Oh, and it's going to be Kuku. Takes more damage than he received. Has to turn away. Rocket's not good enough. There it is. Does manage to do the job. Puri going to go down, and that's another red for KALLE. One more red before the quad. And we're very close again. Puri and Zenith kind of stopping this Mercy Limit from happening. But this is getting dangerous now. 20 seconds to quad. Oh, KALLE, fantastic res. He's going to pick up this Mega as well.
And then LG. And
this could be quite the setup into the next quad. Here we go. Spamming some grenades down, picks up some shards. There's the yellow. Oh, and he gets blindsided by, who is it? It's Zenith. And Zenith might survive. He just barely does it. And Puri, my god, off the back of that play from Zenith, off the back of, let's say, the greed from KALLE to go for the yellow when he didn't need to. It's actually going to be a quad for Puri, and they're going to bring things back.
5-minute warning. Excellent.
Very nice streak.
Here we go. Great work there from Puri. For a beautiful quarter run. The quad will expire as Puri makes his way back over to the red armor. He's trying to save this, I think, for his teammate. That would be really a very strong result. But if his teammate isn't close enough, he can't do so. But it looks like he doesn't have an idea on the timing.
Yeah.
Ooh. I wonder if it's possible for them to bring this back.
I think it would be an achievement if they can just get the score close. I mean, if it's only 4 minutes and 10 seconds, so it's very difficult.
It'd be quite interesting because they were so close to the brink of destruction. They were like 4 frags away from Mercy Limit. And there is Pavel just jumping in there. And now it's a lot more difficult for them. Let's see if they can make this happen at the next quad. It's going to be finishing off Zenith there as he gets pummeled by Puri shortly afterwards. Pavel re-securing this red armor. And oh, Zenith. That sucks, man. That really hurts. And that is like an ode to Lincoln and just taking your time when you're railing right there from Pavel. Rocket jump up into the LG. This is a strong play forward from the Russians. A joint attack here, launched on the lightning gun position, and it will be successful, pushing back the offenders as now they wait for the quad damage, which will spawn any second. Coop going to grab that with the quad and the LG dropped by KALLE, as now he makes his way back up towards the red armor. And for 3 minutes left, a strong position.
I like how cautious he was getting up the stairs. Like he was expecting any sort of ambush from everywhere. But the thing is that they have no pressure. Like even if they decide to play slow with the quad and not, you know, not take too many risks, this is just their game to take.
Definitely. So close now for Cook and KALLE. And let's see if KALLE can stave off utter destruction. Yellow armor soon to spawn there, but not soon enough. Red is up, taken by the Russians. We're going to get sandwiched here. That is not a good look there for KALLE. That's where he manages to get himself another yellow. Moves his way back into the red armor. It's in 10 seconds, whether he knows it or not. He just lands some good rails there, and that should be a secured red. Let's see if he can hold on to this, because 102 certainly know when it is. And there it is, he does take it, and 40 seconds to a quad, and here goes KALLE. That is great plasma work there. Kook can be so powerful with these rails, has to keep connecting into Puri, but Puri's going to find Kook, and KALLE working the plasma this time. And Puri keeping his stack somewhat alive after the yellow. This red is going to be really helpful right now for Puri. And oh, great shot onto Kook there, he read that. Sneaky play from Kook. Puri going to try to work his way back up the stairs, but it's just not doable. Kook found at close range with the plasma gun. And KALLE finds the frag.
It's nice to see how the Russians always go together to take the red. Almost seems like they know that the Mega is just exposed in this map so much. A bit of lag there. That it's sort of like a risk to take, but the red is the item you want to fight for.
Yeah, it definitely does seem like that. That was off the back of that. That's how their start was so goddamn strong. It's like this really, really brutal cycling. And 40 seconds left, and it seems as if there is no coming back for KALLE. But they did well. They were at 4 frags from Mercy limit, and they brought it back. To at least avoid the Mercy limit. 25 seconds left now. So, after seeing this match, what are your expectations for the following ones?
I don't know. It's good. I'm very happy they could make it back to a 30 frag game. It just means that maybe with the right combination of maps, they could at least win something. I really hope they can take a map.
Red wins.
There is the first map between these two on Almost Lost. 84 for 102, 54 for KALLE, and now they have to play number 2. And we'll see what that is very, very shortly. And these, I still believe that they're pretty close, but definitely we saw some really strong execution from KALLE and also Kook right there. They were really hitting a lot of shots, and that's kind of the edge, I'd say, for Puri and Zenith, should be the execution. But we also saw that from KALLE and Pavel previously on the Blood Run. Their execution was really just out of this world. And I don't know, we'll see how KALLE manages to fare in the second map, and we'll see how things go. Memento. So, what if we can host another cup? What would you most like to see game mode wise? Would you like to see 2v2, 4v4, CTF, CA? If we have to do something like this again, what would you like to see?
I mean, if it would be possible to get people in, I would say CTF is something that we haven't seen for a long, long, long time. Then I don't know whether it's possible to make it, and like how many people would come back. It's like it's one of those difficult things. Right. On the other hand, I guess the spirit for this was meant to be some sort of a more experimental, fun cup. then I would, if I were to do so, I would just maybe then go for some sort of crazy idea and just leave it like that. But I think now people really wanted to see a bit of 2-on-2, like more serious. So that's why we're playing with standard and something like that. So to me, it really depends what the scope of such a cup is. If it's something fun, I would do something crazy, like, you know, with different rules and stuff, and it's just about having fun. If it's something like serious, showing Quake, then it's a matter of, you know, what is the price money that can be put up, and, you know, the complexity of running it. We are seeing already that just with 2v2 the delays that we're having, I can imagine that with 4-on-4 it can be even more, and then it's a matter of whether it's possible to do it within one day.
That's true, and it actually seems like we're moving on to Winter's Edge. So this could be you know, the whole Puri story gets told.
Yes, that what we wanted to have, you were actually getting it.
Yeah,
so
this is
good.
I think this is the best chance for Puri and Zenith. So we're just waiting for them to ready up, and we'll get live in this. It's just Kook and KALLE to ready now. So very, very soon to start. This is of course, our Christmas 2 versus 2 super special cup, and we have this as our second semi-final. And this is match point now for KALLE and Pavel of Team 102. And if they win, they get to face off against Unknown in the grand final, which of course is Lincoln and Wins. And I think this would be super cool to see. Out of all the maps we could see, I'm glad we got to finally see this with Puri because of his Quake 2 roots. I mean, if you just Google some Puri Quake 2 The Edge matches or whatever, it's going to be fun to see him just destroying everyone. Either way, KALLE ready now, and I think I'm going to predict that. I think 102 will win it, but I think it'll be by like 5 frags. I think it's going to be super close. What about you?
Yeah, sounds a good.
Hey, you can't steal my prediction. You need to make your own. Come on.
Does it have to be different?
Yeah, you gotta be different.
What if I agree?
You're not allowed to. Agreeing is not allowed.
Okay. 102 is gonna stomp KALLE.
Oh my God! Stomp Mercy Limit.
Yes.
I don't feel like you believe. I don't think that you believe in this prediction.
Yeah, I don't.
Memento, what are you? Make me so mad. Here we go. Starting the game. Winter's Edge between 102 and KALLE. And we're going to be off on Kook to begin with, as he drops for this red armor, but he finds a Puri brandishing a nice shiny shotgun. And Puri kills him right under the Christmas tree. You never want to find a dead Pavel under the Christmas tree, but that's what Puri does. So red coming soon, and Puri should have a time on it, which means that there'll be very, very good plasma, very good. And look, he swings back around just in time. There it is, and then now quad spawns. So he's thinking about quad. Get good position for quad. And here he is, just above, goes for the drop. And close with the plasma he goes. And quad, no idea when it's going to spawn, but it should be soon. He hopes, he prays. Great rockets there. Puri, what a machine.
It's so unfortunate that quad is sort of so late.
But even still, he gets it. So painful. So painful. Poor Puri, after all that work, he gets met with KALLE spawning on the red and picking it up and shotgunning him in the face. So 1-6 the score. KALLE, the first frag that was, and he's having some lag issues here. And it's like there's no one else on the server right now. Did something happen? No, there's other people on here. I can see his teammate there, but it's just so silent in the middle of the map now. Seems like everyone else is on the other side of the map. KALLE is going to make use of this. He's going to pick up a lot of items. Dropping one there to his teammate. And doing a lot of damage in the process. Going to be calling out those item times to his teammate as well. And there comes the chain gun in. And KALLE is having so much trouble with the lag, I think, but Zenith will go down as Pavel locks the red situation down under control for the Russians. Good stuff here so far. Pavel running out against the rail on the angle there. He's crazy! Oh my goodness, how did he make that work? I don't even know. Barely surviving with 1 health. picking it up. Oh, what a flick from Pavel.
And he has the time. Yep.
Pavel's so strong. Pavel's so strong. And looks like he's going to make his way back over towards the Mega Room. And oh no, this close range chain gun is so dangerous, but Pavel is unstoppable so far. Oh, but this could be it. He's really exposed here. This is such a terrible situation. How's he going to get out of this? He can't. Zenith will take him down. So far it's close, but 102 are bringing things back, but those rockets from Zenith were pretty darn strong. Quad coming up soon. A nice little gift under the Christmas tree.
Puri should hurry up and position for quad. He has the stack. He doesn't have the weapon. He has a shotgun, which is pretty good. And if he... Whoa! Bit of a sloppy aiming there.
Excellent.
It's very dangerous, like dropping LG like that.
It certainly is. Pretty dangerous man right now. Looks like he's going to go for some position on Mega. But Kook presents himself first. So we'll cast him aside. And in he goes. Diving in. I'd love to see a really close game where everyone just hides up there to protect their lead. Because that would be really funny.
In the rail room?
Yeah. That'd be pretty hilarious. They're winning by 2 frags and they're hiding up there or something. For about a minute. Let's see it. Let's see it. But either way, looks like we have KALLE coming back in for the defense over on the red. And 102 are their offense is proving quite strong. Puri is initially great position. Now the shells as he does get taken down by Pavel, so good work from 102 there. And Kook is going to get this railgun. And oh, there's Puri. And you know what's really strange is that how easy it should be to aim in the water, but how surprisingly difficult it actually is. I don't know what that is about. And Zenith's going to make his way back and up here with the chain gun. There he goes onto KALLE. Hang on the corner, but he's going to run out of bullets. There it is. Back onto the machine gun he goes. He tries to find a weapon. Liquid LG in the back. Zenith is really just trying to find a weapon. There it is. Support his teammate as well. So they're going to take Kook down. In comes KALLE though. KALLE going for Puri. And there he finds the frag and steals the red. Very good stuff here from KALLE.
Yeah, he's now delayed too much for going to quad a bit.
Zenith with the pickup of the quad.
Wow.
What a mess. We need a clean up crew at the Christmas tree. And Kook now looking quite strong, but again they don't have much in the way of weapons. Moving around together they are. Kook should probably drop that to Pavel considering he has more armor. But no, he's KALLE. Oh, hello. Kook is going to find Puri over. There's nowhere to go, my friend. Both KALLE and Pavel are coming for you. And Zenith's in there as well as the pool party on the edge. And Zenith is going to be the last man standing, or swimming rather. What is Zenith doing? I don't know. Anyway, finally out of the water.
You should have timing of Omega. At least he's the one that picked it up.
And there it is, it's up on the spot, so timing or not, he's going to get the grab and make his way back to red armor where he should be met with resistance, and this is bad. He could get sandwiched here. Kook though, unable to do a huge amount of damage from the machine gun. KALLE coming in from the side, does put him down to 8 health. That's a great move there. KALLE can, off the back of that, secure that red armor, rather the Mega position quite well. And look at the grenade!
It's very nice.
Very, very strong grenade. Very strong. And now with quarter and 30 seconds, both teams are thinking about preserving the stack again. Here is the last red really before, well, there's one more red just before that quad. Let's see if he's going to be able to try to protect this. The quad underneath the Christmas tree. There's KALLE. Oh, there it is. This is why it's a strong position. You can protect this entrance very well. And KALLE gonna go now, spam some grenades, get some rockets in there. It's a hard position, but Pavel's there to help. Pavel gets the frag. He gets the first 2 kills. The double is his right there, as Pavel should surely go for 3. And looking for the third. There it is. He gets the 3, and there he's going to go for the Mega as well. So Pavel is looking very strong moving forwards into this quad run. And 102, who have been behind so far, should be in really good shape now. The red was picked up by Pavel, is on the case, although he does miss the player who picked it up. But he should be nearby. I think Pavel heard some steps there. So Pavel in very good shape.
Isn't this a fairly low scoring map at the moment?
I suppose it is from what we've seen so far today. It's fairly low scoring. But it is a big map too. It's going to be Pavel that gets the frag there, again securing the Mega Room and using that to really rack up some kills. Really wants the LG, but it's not up for him. They are bringing things back. Pavel missing the jump. Pavel just running into the walls. Poor Pavel. Executor as well. Things have quieted much on the Winter's Edge. There goes KALLE's Zenith. Up into trouble there. Pavel providing rockets from above. And Captain Kook now just waiting for that red army. He knows it's got to be soon. And again, silence is found on Winter's Edge. 20 seconds till quad though. Things are going to start to heat up massively. Look at that beautiful direct there. They're both up there, and he hits another strong rocket. KALLE should surely have a strong...
That is so important. Like, Puri had a very big stack, and just going to quad with that would have been quite a pain, but yeah. It's now cooler with the quad.
And the red is up on there for him. He's going to send that red right up over to the Mega Health. And look, no, actually looks like he's going to dive back towards the rail area. He's not going to find anyone. Oh, he is. Someone just picked up the rail. Puri. Maybe if Puri hadn't, if he didn't have the rail out, he wouldn't have been noticed. But KALLE not making a massive amount of frags, but I mean that really helped. Like control-wise, he did well. But the problem is he missed out on the next red armor. So things aren't looking super good for 102. Looking quite good, but not as good as they could be. And here he's going to find both players.
Wow.
Things could get gruesome really, really quick. And right here we have got Puri looking for the next red. He has the time on it. He's clearly the last guy who took it. And he's got all the weapons. This could be a really strong play to follow, but he has to deal with this aggression first. He does deal with KALLE, and he's trying to work his way out of there, but Pavel's still a threat, but he does take Pavel down as well. So Puri is looking really good now. He could just make this lead extend even further for KALLE if he keeps things going the way they are. Back into the Mega Health room. He's going to find both players over at the railgun room, and they're just going to line up for him. Puri! Oh god, what a rail.
Yeah, the amount of damage Puri is doing is just unbelievable. It's like he's on 4,400. KALLE is in 2,600.
Puri's a man. He's a real man. And the manly rails we're seeing from him. So strong. And we haven't seen him on camera much, but here we go. And if he gets a quad with a stack, I may just... I don't know. I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be scared for KALLE and Pavel. But this is good play from KALLE there.
Yeah.
Stopping Puri getting through that door. Doing a lot of damage. Puri playing from the outskirts, but eliminating everyone. Picks up the quad. And here we go. 8 seconds to the red. And Pavel, KALLE, both falling to the might of Puri. And now Puri going to finally get that red and make his way back up to... Ooh, we're going to get trapped a little bit. He has to work his way out with this LG. Looking for a shot there. No one around. Where is everyone? Puri trying to find something, someone, somewhere. There is one. Just about misses it on his screen. Lots of awkward situations here for Puri. Oh, and they're both around the corner. Oh, Puri loses all of his stack, and Pavel's gonna also take his life. But that run really, I think, it gave him like plus 15 frags from Puri. So massive job done by the man. We can see, as you said, 5.1k damage. And you can see that Puri is playing a lot. He's playing Edge really well at the moment. And you can see, I think, mostly that Kook and KALLE are playing the items.
Yes.
they're thinking about, okay, let's go to the items. But Puri's just like, he has this intuition, the second sense, or rather sixth sense for all the sentences for the edge.
I mean,
where to be.
102 took the almost double a number of red armors, but still, it's. I mean, it seems that in this map it's not as crucial as some other places.
Yep. I mean, I think the Mega room, like the Rail and Mega, we saw it previously. If you just run that, I think it's really, really strong. And if you can prevent your opponents from having any rails, and you have the best, and you're basically holding down the best position to use rails whilst getting loads of Megas and yellows, I think that's super strong. But let's see.
I mean, if you look at this side of the map from a point of view of the items, there is this red, then there is the 250, there is a yellow. So it's sort of a very loaded, but nice steal there from Puri. It's a very loaded area of the map, but there are no weapons. Like there is only the shot, and instead in this room here, it's much easier to access all the important weapons.
Yeah, no kidding. Kuda under assault there from Zenith. He pulls out the chain gun. It's a surprisingly difficult weapon to use mid-range. Runs out of bullets, but sends Coop flying, as he does Kuda as well, but Kuda's going to get the frag. Seems like, as we pass 37 on the clock, we have KALLE moving 20 frags in the lead here. And they may not hit Mercy Limit, but they certainly have a huge edge on the Winter's edge. I just did that.
Yeah.
Why would I do that, Inventor? What's wrong with me? Am I broken, MMA? I think
it's
I'm
okay.
broken.
Can hold.
This Christmassy thing is breaking me. But here we go. We have Kook over at the red armor. Again, you know, we talked about it already. Once again, they're locking down the armored side of the map. But where are the weapons? Kook's going to make his way in. All he hears, this could be a good trap. Could catch Puri very badly, but no, Puri hits the clutch shots. Of course he does. He's got support from his teammate too. In comes Kula, but the angle's not the best. And he's going to try, but he's going to drop away, and Puri spawned behind him. Very unfortunate there for Kula's efforts. And that's going to be 5 minutes left now. And Team KALLE are looking to bring this to a decider so far.
Zenith is doing a great job with the rail.
Puri is doing a great job at just being Puri and just destroying everything in sight. He is a machine. He's waiting for this red armor, but what is just before finds Kula. Oh, but Kula does manage to stay alive long enough to steal that quad damage, and Puri now with that red armor. He's going to be much more sturdy after these 50s. They're not there though. No 50s for you, Mr. Puri. Wait for a trap there, but quite spot anything. Misses the trick jump. Oh, this is dangerous. This is dangerous for Puri. Oh, and he gets the frag. Still very dangerous for Puri. 12 health now. 10 health. And he survives. Will he get the Mega 2? He will. Oh my god. 30 frags now, the difference. They are just speeding ahead.
Well, this is his map.
It certainly is the big advantage for Puri's team. Again, I mean, we talked about it. This is 7k damage to Puri. You know, he's a beast here. Back from the Quake 2 days. He knows this inside and out. Whoa, Kula! Got the rocket homing missile. Homing missiles shot by Kula. And he's going to go for the drop on Puri. So this is most certainly possible for them, but they need to get it off the strength of a quad run. So they need to get some armor together. We've got quad in 40 seconds. Kula's got 79. So he wants to preserve this stack. But they can't be overly passive as well, that they basically allow their opponents to also build up. So you've got to balance that, and you've got to make sure you've got the best stack. Good that Kula got a kill. He didn't lose much armor. Here goes Puri though. He's chipping away, and Kula has nothing left now. One red before that core damage spawns. So if Kula can get that, it's going to be okay. But now he's just so low. Gets Puri down to 20 health, which is nice. But the quad is coming, and Puri's stacked up now. 8 seconds for quad. Whose is it going to be?
I think Puri is really looking strong into this. Let's see whether... No, it just dies before it.
The KALLE gets it. 8 seconds left to red armor. And Zenith's going to find himself at the mercy of the Russian Titan. And now KALLE's going to make his move onto red. Finds Puri. This could be really... This is exactly what they needed. If KALLE can just push this forwards, he's going low actually, instead of going high towards the Mega, which is an interesting choice. Not one I would go for, but it is actually quite nice. He finds a rocket right there onto one of the players and then frags Zenith afterwards. So KALLE looking quite good now. I mean, he needs to get himself back to that Mega ring, but no, he's going to go low again. Back to the red, but he's too late anyway. There is the yellow.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's too little, too low, too late. It's sort of... I mean, the map is wide enough for the opponent to just run a bit more, and so sort of the momentum that he's building with the last quad run is... I would say it's not enough.
15 frags. If they can keep the control until the next quad and then make another quad run, that could be the game-winning moment for them and the match. I mean, 15 frags now. They've brought it back from 20, 25 rather. So they brought back 10 frags, and just got to annihilate Puri quickly before he does too much damage with the rail, because he's extremely scary with that thing. He's probably just going to go diving for it again. KALLE could probably just sit there and kill Puri 10 times over as he runs for it. So we've got quad in 30 seconds now. Things are getting closer. 13 frags now. KALLE just slightly missing the jump there. And you can see a big pattern in the way KALLE moves around here. And there's more health. Gonna need to get this next red armor, but this is often where quads can be made and broken. There you go, KALLE gonna make his way onto some rails, but 4 seconds left. How's he gonna get onto this? He's being railed, he's being... Oh no, don't drop the LG, this could be bad. Zenith's gonna pick it up. He didn't grab the LG though, he just left it on the floor, I think, and so now it's looking terrible again for 102. But that was their opportunity, and going into the last 50 seconds, it should be game. It will be game. What am I talking about? It will be game. And 69 to 52 is the current score, and it's only going to get worse for 102. But I mean, it's going to be a third map as it's best of 3, so they will have another chance. And to be honest, if it wasn't this map, I like them better on in every other scenario.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's also nice. I mean, I don't know if you've ever met Puri and KALLE when they're together, like at LANs. They really have, they're sort of special buddies. Like they would often sit together after, you know, if you go to a bar or something, and really chat in depth about the game. And I think they really feel a lot of respect for each other. And it's also good to see this kind of in the game where they take a map each. Of course, at the end, there's going to be one winner, but it's sort of, you know, you acknowledge the other one.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing the third map. I'm pretty curious. I liked the performance that KALLE and Pavel had on the opening of Almost Lost. I mean, because it's quite special, even though it's quite one-sided. There's also a lot of satisfaction and beauty from seeing something done very, very well. And that's what KALLE and Pavel were doing for the first 10 minutes. It's also quite beautiful to see something done very well get broken by something done even better by the other team. So there's a lot of things that have been really cool to watch between these two guys. And just waiting for them to pick the next match. As Zenith says, deciding map equals regular edge, question mark. I'm sorry, Zenith, doesn't work quite like that, but that would be very nice for them indeed, it would. So they're left with a lot of maps, which, I mean, I guess Fuse is the best possible result for them, but that should have been removed by KALLE and Co. So I think with what could be possibly left, it's not going to look super great, but even if it goes to Furious Heights, I think they got a good chance. They did remove Blood Run, so they're safe from Blood Run. So it should be DM6 as the decided.
Oh, nice.
So Campgrounds. Well, actually, that's what Dozer is calling, but it seems like they didn't do all the map picking at the start as they should have done. I don't know what is that about, Memento? This lack of organization.
They were thinking of getting a 2-0.
Yeah, I guess it could be that, yeah. It could be that. And Unknown are waiting very patiently for the winner of this match, and they are going to be very, very, very interested to see who they're going to play against. and I imagine they're going to want to avoid the Russians. I mean, who would you think has the best chances against Unknown? Because so far we saw two, to be honest, close games, even though the scores didn't really suggest it.
Yeah, I would still name 102 like the best contender for the final against Unknown. Like I think there is. I mean, the reason why KALLE won this is that it's this special map where like Puri is really just at a different level. But I would say in the other maps, I would just favor 102 and then say that they're the team that has the best chance against Unknown.
Yep. All right, so they're all running around but not doing anything. Oh no, we had DN6 removed by Puri, so no campgrounds then. So we could see a Devilish maybe even. That'd be quite good. Have you seen that map played very much? Because I've run around it quite a few times, and it's quite nice.
Not really.
It's actually quite a nice 2-on-2 map, I'd say. So let's see if it does come to that, and they're going to go to Fuse actually. So this is very bad, I think, for 102. I think this could very well go to Puri and Zenith.
Yeah, I mean that they were really playing strongly when we saw them before, but then again, different opponents, different story.
Yeah, we shall see. I just want to see Puri just 4 minutes of perfection just to force people to quit. That's what I want to see. I want to see that again because that was just awesome. I mean, it's basically a frag movie. He's just running around, rail.
Yeah.
Perfect rockets, perfect LG, perfect everything. It's great to see. Running, just dropping on the red every time, running for that. And it'd be cool to see how 102 handle that because, of course, previously the opposing team that they played, they handled it by doing /disconnect. Let's see if 102 find a solution which works better than that. We shall see. We shall see. And, right. So, guys, remember, what you can do is you can always use Twitter to communicate with us. So, me and Memento were talking about, what you'd like to see as a cup idea for the future. You can always use Twitter to, tweet at us any ideas that you have, regarding anything about whether it's the platform, whether it's about, what tournaments you think we should have, or even people that you think we should get on here to cast, or whatever it is that's FACEIT related. You guys can shoot ideas over on @FACEIT on Twitter. So make sure to do that if you do have any fun ideas, because we're always listening. We're always going to have a look and consider it, and we should reply as well if Roychez is on his game. And right now we have all the players of KALLE readied, and we're just waiting once more for the Russians, who are running around the map. I can only presume to do so in an effort to learn it, because they probably never they've never seen it before in their life.
How did they? I mean, why are they playing this?
I don't know. I actually don't know how they got this map, because to me this seems like the map that they shouldn't know. Because why would Puri why would Cook or Kula ever need to learn this map? I don't know, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. It's gonna reveal itself to us. Here we go. We're getting live in the match. We're gonna start off on Puri. Why not? He deserves it. He's the man of the hour. After such a performance on the edge, let's see if he can do it again. He gets the rail to spawn. Hits the first one. Hits the second one. All right. So it's gonna be like this then, says Puri. I will just rail you. That was quite a hard shot, so I'm fine with him missing that one. He knows what the rail ammo is, Memento. It's all okay. So,
nice.
Oh!
That was so nice.
Hey, that should be a crime. Like, making Kula commit
If it
suicide.
sticks around here, it would take LG. It didn't.
Alright, so Coot gonna grab that core damage, missing the jump and getting railed in the back. Spying himself a Mega, but I can't help but think it's not safe to traverse across those pillars. Catches Zenith there. And it's going to be Kuku's actually looking for the rails and missing them. And he's going to be on this rail game. There it is, great shot. You have to constantly neutralize Puri on this map. And so far, Puri, he does lose his railgun and he loses that red armor. And if they can keep the cycle on that, it's going to be very, very important to just keep Puri off of his game. We know that's what he wants to do. And he's clearly the most dangerous element. If he gets off to his usual tricks, things can get bad pretty fast. So far, all's well for 102. Kook is just making his way around. Quite a huge map is Fuse.
Yeah.
Oh, a couple nasty rails, but Kook has the stack to deal with it. I almost would want Kook or someone to just sit on the rail, just to stop anyone from taking it. But it's going to be Zenith who takes away the red armor, and then telefrags KALLE. Again, another crime, I think. Telefragging KALLE. And Zenith now making his way back through the teleport to find Kook again.
Teams are tied.
Teams are tied, and the Mega is picked up. 102, suffering quite dramatically. Fuse is a good map for KALLE, it seems. KALLE, oh!
Whoa, that rocket should have hit.
Yeah, just a nice steal there. So it looks like KALLE is starting to show more skill and knowledge on this map and starting to bring things into their favor. What do you think about the current action memento?
Yeah, it's pretty good. The question is, can KALLE do something with this? Like, he now gets the red armor. It's very nice team play in general. I have to say it's just impressive. I think they're constantly talking and really organizing things. But as you can see, I mean, the stack is not that high, and it's not so easy to catch the opponent. Eventually, it looks like Kook managed to clean up that room. So this is gonna give them a bit of momentum. They can probably, so the red should be theirs. Kook is in position, as you can see, and now they're gonna take Mega as well. The opponent are in position to try to do something, like very good damage by Kook and KALLE. So this is actually going very well for the Russians.
The Russians are ready for another red armor as well. It's right there up on the spot very shortly. There it is as KALLE definitely jumps over that lava and makes his way back up. He spots Puri. Puri gets tracked down to oblivion by the lightning gun of KALLE there as he now makes his way back. So one Thrag in the lead is 102 at the moment, which is quite nice considering the start that they had wasn't so good. And Puri's trying to make an assault into the red armor room. He finds KALLE, but has he met his match? Oh, KALLE, another
Nice.
crime committed, pummeling KALLE. That's not allowed. But Puri commits these crimes. He doesn't care. He's Puri. Well, at the moment, he's got such a good vantage point onto the rest of the map. You can see so many spots there. Nasty Rel finding him, though. He's a bit low. He's got to be so careful. Assaulted by two players. Kook needs help, but has just enough to survive and take down Puri. Almost at the 5-minute mark now, and things are still very close, but there's KALLE with the pickup of the quad, and this could mean a bit of difference right now. He looks for that kill onto Zenith. Zenith just won't die. He finally does fall. And oh, dodging with the crouch button right there, KALLE. He's losing some hairs.
That was a nice little trap.
Oh, not again! Not again! KALLE will not let that happen, and he takes them both down. Quadded shotgun for the win. KALLE going to pick up some more ammunition. He's doing well so far, but the red is desperately required. It is needed for KALLE. He is above it. Wants to make the drop, but look at the grenades! Oh! Just manages to get out there. Grenade.
What? That's funny.
Puri he just has this thing about pummeling KALLE, it seems. And it's worked 2 out of 3 times it's successful. So Kook now, he is locking things down at red though, so it's okay. KALLE, despite dying, he can rely on Pavel. Can always rely on Pavel. And Pavel.
I think the main problem KALLE has at the moment in general is getting weapons. So can it now has at least a rocket and shot, but in general, if you just skip through the players, you can see most of the time they just don't have anything.
Great rail from KALLE there. And there we go. KALLE's raiding from above. A couple frags were taken there by KALLE, who is hitting very, very nice shots across the map. And there's no item really up for a while. So this is apart from the Mega, so it's a good moment for an attack. We have 10 seconds until everything spawns. So this is going to be a chaotic time. Whoever comes out on top
Yeah,
of the
I
quad.
think KALLE, in terms of stack, KALLE is better.
Nice
but
rails.
The position,
And the quad, and it's going to be Puri who takes it. Good raiding so far from KALLE though. Make his way around. He's got to be so careful. Oh! Hello, KALLE. KALLE's like stuck there. Not moving. Puri going to make his way back around. Just doing the rounds. And this is, again, a dangerous point for 102 now. Because Puri has really asserted himself on the map. Going to drop for this red. And almost gets pushed in. And what a steal there from Cook. That was such an instrumental play coming in from Cook as he manages to even escape with his life. Goes for the aggression onto Zenith. Zenith tries to weather this aggression. He cannot do it. KALLE comes in from behind. And 102 managed to do such a fantastic job bringing this back. But Puri has something else to say. He will not be silenced as now the red is going to spawn. And they're both vying for it. Both teams want this so badly. They're both there. And it's going to be Cook who steals it again. Puri with the rails though. And it's going to be both 102 players that die. But no armor gained really apart from this yellow for KALLE. So they are vulnerable to follow-up aggression. And it is still anyone's game, this next red armor.
yeah, it's finally nice to see KALLE committing to the red armor. Like we often would see 102 being there, like with at least one, if not two guys. And finally, KALLE is sort of, you know, just going there, make sure that that battle is theirs to pick.
Certainly you have Puri now with such a great stack on the aggression into the next kind of quad moments. Didn't lose much there. That was such nice railing. The first was almost an impossible angle around it, like bending it around his teammate. Oh, nice defensive rail from Cook there. He can make the difference. And here goes, great plays from Cook there. Takes the quad, takes Puri out of play. And now Zenith, though, he will survive and take down KALLE, but what is he left with? Nothing. He has only a railgun. Drops that to Puri, he's so weak. And now he's screaming. He's almost useless with this kind of health. He does luckily find some 25s though. And now they make their way back.
It was very unfortunate that Puri didn't have more LG ammo, because that it could have easily stayed in the room and killed Cook at the quad, but that instead he had to back off, switch to rail, and eventually that I think is what gave the advantage to 102 for the fight.
Now we have Cook trying to challenge Zenith. Zenith's rail though is acing that test. Nice stuff from KALLE there. Very cheeky Russian. Finds Puri again, very, very solid lightning gun work, and he goes to the drop on the red. So KALLE now is looking really, really strong after he gets some health. There is some, but he could use some more, and he's cycling back around to help Cook out in the defense here. On this
a little
red
bit
armor.
of mistime, I think, from KALLE. They just arrived a few seconds after red armor spawned.
Very good plasma there from Puri. Didn't really, I mean, that frag really should have been KALLE's, but Puri's going to survive. But again, he's really low, so without any armor, he's kind of not doing very much. And at the moment, it's going to just wait for these items to spawn, but the quad is going to spawn at the same time as red. So this is another huge moment in the game. When it's so close, this is a huge moment. Who's going to get this quad? It's spawning very soon. Both players of KALLE are there in time. Zenith picks it up, completely unharassed. Goes for the approach onto KALLE. And KALLE challenging, pushing him off, in fact. Telling him no, and KALLE, how the hell does he manage to do that in the face of the quad damage? It's not up for a while, Zenith, as he makes his way across, and Cook there with the rail, who picked up the red as well. Seemed like Zenith was just a step behind it each step of the way there.
Yeah, I think this is very crucial for 102 that they managed to do this, because this is exactly as you said, is the kind of quad you don't want to. You don't want to let the other opponent gain momentum from a situation like this.
So now we have, of course, Kook making his way with a very, very nice stack around the map. And I feel like 102 are starting to gain traction. It's really these quads that have just been stopping them. It feels like they aren't overall having better control. They just need to extend that to quads as well. We have a massive fight here. Puri wants to commit with Zenith. The attack on the red. It is Pavel that survives with the most health and armor, and they did manage to get that red armor as well. Puri now with the yellow pickup. Pavel committed to the fight, loses most of his stack, but that's the thing. He loses most of it, but he's still alive, and he got the frag. Even a rail off the spawn. Pavel is definitely performing very well in this match. We can see a lot of damage given for Pavel. Puri's dealt. Oh, they're in the lava bar for you, good sir. And it's, if we can look at the damages, we see how well Puri's doing for damage, but he's just not getting kills. And Puri right now gonna get taken down by KALLE. There's the 50 though, and next red coming out. It's all about these reds. It feels like massive contestation on these reds. Here goes Puri straight in on the top of the red. Oh, Zenith that steals it. Quad coming up now. This could be a huge moment. Oh, KALLE steals it.
Very nice.
Very, very well played. He stops KALLE from running away with the game, which they would have done had they picked it up.
Shot.
And then dodging too much for Puri right there. Nice rocket out of the telly. And Puri waiting, gets the next red. Wants to apply some pressure outside of the red before kind of cycling back for the next defense. Get some damage from these yellows. KALLE with the rails though, hits 2 in a row. Puri misses everything. This is not the time to be missing. And Puri's going to be able to get some more ammunition, but he's so weak, anything will take him down at the moment. Over this red, let's see what he can do with such limited health and armor. He's going to go for the drop, maybe. Oh, there's no way. There's just no way.
Yeah, maybe railing from the distance would have been a better choice there. I felt like he was lingering there because he was waiting for the health to appear on the little... there on the corridor.
Right. But it's going to be Kook that takes everything now. Here he goes with KALLE. Hand in hand, they're going to try to make an attack on to the red area once again. They find Zenith, and Zenith is finding himself in a world of trouble there. Stuck on the wall. Kook takes the next red armor. He knows on the cycle there's going to be a yellow coming up soon as well. So Kook is in such amazing shape at the moment. Or Cook. I'm supposed to call him Cook, I think. God damn it. Anyway, we've got the Mega coming up soon as well. Kook's still super strong there, but Puri with the rockets takes him down right before the next quad. Kook will not be able to get his, keep his stack alive for that huge item, and instead it's going to be Puri who's now starts to build a stack now. Let's drop a weapon there to a teammate.
Oh, what a shot. Very nice.
Teams are tied.
Quad coming up right now in 2 seconds. It's, oh, in the face, KALLE. And, oh, Puri's going to get this. Big moment. Game is tied. But it's going to be the quad damage to Puri. A lot of damage, and he goes down. How the hell?
Oh, man.
Kook, what a hero. What an absolute hero he is. Saving 102's chances in this last match. That could have been the kind of a game-winning moment if Puri keeps himself alive, gets the kill on the red there. They could have made a big advantage at the very least, but now it's Kook just connecting like a beast, and they should have the next red armor. And what a miss that was! And now Kook is going to make his way back around to try to remedy earlier misses, earlier mishaps. Good rail there again. Kook on form for the most part, and at the moment we have things slowing down. It's slowing down quite a bit as the next red does go to 102. It's KALLE who gets the grab. Haven't seen much of KALLE on the camera in a while. And, after receiving quite that damage, he's going to have to get himself into some better position. Get some help from his teammate. KALLE should surely be around to give him a hand, not let him die without anyone to help him. There's Kook waiting patiently for that. He can't go for the jump. There it is. He finally has the timing to go for it. Quad in 30 seconds. Only 4 frags to be made by 102. So this is going down to the wire, Memento.
Yeah. But I think Cook is in a situation where he could easily become very dangerous. Like he has the weapons, he has sort of a good stack. If he manages to grab a quad, he could really just make the winning move.
Great direct there from Cook. He does pick up the yellow as well. Zenith goes down before doing too much more damage. He's going to get... Oh no, Puri gets a steal! Looks for the shot and he finds it. It's going to be an instrumental steal as well as Puri does it against all odds. He will charge forwards onto this next Mega Health. But in the back, it's going to be Cook who does do incredible amounts of damage with the lightning gun. And 3 minutes remaining, and Pavel doesn't need anything. He's such a dangerous player, and he runs out of ammunition on everything, but he picks up that red armor. And here he goes, pummel, action, picks up the plasma gun off the back of that kill. And the damage from Cook does not end.
Wow, Cook, man of the match.
Man of the century. And he's gonna, oh, why would I say that?
Yeah.
Why would I ruin it
Such an
all?
anticlimactic end.
Oh well, oh well. 6 frags in the lead now, 1-2. They only make, like each couple minutes, they only make an additional 2 or so. It's a very fragile lead to have. And Puri is going to now get another kill, putting it to a 5 frag lead instead of a 6 frag lead. So now KALLE, as they move forwards, again, it's all about these quads, and neither team's had like an incredibly clean quad. Great rail there from Puri, but he's kind of in trouble. Has to make the trick back up, but can't quite manage it. Goes for the drop. Teammate not in need of aid. Here goes the rail jewel. Kula wants none of that, and Puri's going to get himself a yellow out of it. So things are calming down again, and 30 seconds to the quad. So there's no more reds after this next one. So this is quite an important moment, this next red armor. And it's going to be Puri who gets the grab on it. And let's not forget, these guys are 4 frags behind. This is the last quad. This is the last quad of the map. This is the deciding map between these 2 teams. The winner will play in the grand final, and the loser will be out, gone, finished. Puri now goes for the defense on this quad. Gets the yellow as well. He's going to get the pickup. And Pavel, great rocket coming in there. And they're switching weapons amongst themselves. Here goes Puri. Spots one player above, takes another yellow. Up the jump pad he goes. Can't quite find anyone just yet. Trying to find something. There he finds Kula close range. Kula does nothing to Puri's stack. And Puri's going to make his way forwards. Doesn't find the connection though. There's Kula once more. Evading, dodging, pulls out the pummel. 2 frags left, 40 seconds to go. And now Puri's quad runs out. And he runs out of ammunition on most weapons as well. He's in a lot of trouble, but can he get this red in time? He does, just about, but he goes down as well. 2 frags separating these 2 teams, and 30 seconds remain. As now Zenith goes on the charge, finds Cook, gonna gun him down with the LG. 86 points of health remaining on him though. And still a 1 frag difference between these 2 teams as battling across the map here as Zenith makes his way back to the Mega, but no one here just yet. Needs to make his way back to red very quickly.
Where is everybody?
At red, I think, and that's not where Zenith is. He's not where anyone is, and there the match ends.
Wow.
It's going to be 102 who actually take it down. Great match from 102 to just clinch it. I mean, that was the tightest game we've seen today, and it's even though we had an overtime, I think that was the most awesome match we've had today. What would you say to that?
Yeah, no, definitely. And especially this map was just incredible. Overall, it was very nice, but just this match, how close it stayed right to the end. And a lot of crazy quad actions where you would expect something to happen and just some nice steals and everything. So very, very good. I don't know if it speaks, like I don't know what Wins and Lincoln are thinking at the moment. But definitely for us, I mean, this was a very, very nice match.
They're probably thinking, let's get Winter's Edge, because they're like the weakest, I think. But yeah, I think this is going to be quite interesting. I hope we get to see Blood Run, actually. I think we will, too, because I think Wins and Lincoln really do like that map. So we'll probably see a Blood Run. But, guys, we'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the grand final of the FACEIT Christmas 2v2 special. So stay tuned. We'll be right